Alright, so today I want to talk a little bit about me. So the general purpose of this is going to be, I just would like to better acquaint myself with you guys, kind of put myself out there, and tell you a little bit about myself. So first off, most of you only know me as K.Meadows from Aerospace and Operational Physiology. What I would like to do today, I'd like to let you get the general idea of who I really am outside of the book, not what I am inside of it, because most of you know me just after. So a couple things I want to talk about. First off, where I'm actually from, my general hometown, as well as my family and my hobbies. So where I'm from is from a little town called Mitchell, Indiana. Most of you probably have never heard of it. It's actually a very, very small town. Our population was only about 4,000. I graduated with the largest class in 25 years, and we was 180 people. So it was a very small town. When I say that we only had one stoplight, that was no kidding, we only had one stoplight. We were so small. Now, one of the cool things about my town that a lot of people don't know, does anybody know who Virgil Gus Grissom is? Alright, so he is an astronaut, and he was actually born and raised right there in my hometown. His mother still lives there, she's still living. He actually died. So that's kind of one of our big things about my hometown is that he was from there. Next thing I want to talk about is my family. So first off, I want to start off with my wife, Allison. So we met in high school, and right after we met in high school, I graduated, and then took a year off, didn't do a whole lot of things, and ended up getting married right after that and going into the Air Force. So along our journey in the Air Force, we ended up with 2 kids. So first off, my daughter, Alea, she's 2 years old, and she is most definitely my payback for being such a hellion with my mom. She's always very hyper, but in the end of the day, she is still my daughter, and she's still my princess. So next thing is my son. So my son, he's kind of like my reward for being able to handle my daughter for so long. He's kind of a bigger fella for how old he is. He's only 1, and he weighs the exact same amount as my daughter. So he's a bigger fella, but he tries to be very gentle, and he's always very sweet, and he's my reward for being able to handle my daughter. Alright, and then the last thing I want to talk about is my hobbies. So first off, I like to go out on the perimeter, and I like to ride my board. That's my way of releasing stress and just relaxing. It's a good way for me to unwind. The next thing I like to do is work on my truck. Whenever I work on my truck, I get a feeling, a sense of accomplishment that I was able to fix something, and I didn't have to go outsource it and have someone do it for me. I was able to do it all right there in the house. The next thing after that is the fact that I just enjoy working with my hands. Working with my hands and just having fun. It's not always the greatest of times when I work on my truck because a lot of parts and pieces in there weigh more than I do, but I always tend to get things done somehow or some way. So that is a little bit about me and where I'm from, my hobbies. So I talked a little bit about where I'm from, my family, and I told you what I do to unwind and just relax. So the last thing I want to mention, that's me. And don't be surprised one day if you see me walking with a diaper bag and 2 kids and grocery shopping, and the next day you see me and I'm either working on my truck or I got my cooler in the back and I'm heading to the house. And that's all I have. Thank you.